multiple mails from EC Council on daily basis regarding their newsletters, regarding their promotional events, and it was very recently only that I was made aware of CPENT certification, and it was through multiple channels actually. One of them was their mails, promotional mails, and the other one was from LinkedIn. I was scrolling LinkedIn. I found out that EC Council has launched a entirely new certification program that is completely hands-on, and I was very excited because I have already done CH from EC Council as well. So I was very excited to jump onto the practicality and gain even more skills regarding this cybersecurity domain. So that's how I was introduced to CPENT. But moving on, I was in contact with my director at Ernst& Young, where I work. So he is actually certified trainer for EC Council, and he actually gave me a little bit more information about the certification and how amazing it actually is. So that's why that actually caught my attention, and that's when I decided to pursue this certification. So I work as a security consultant with Ernst& Young right now. That is my full-time job. And since the certification required a lot of practice, I had to dedicate enough time for my job. And apart from that, I had to dedicate my time. And I had to manage my time in such a way that I gave um, enough efforts for my theoretical as well as practical skills. I was in contact with my director, who is a certified instructor at EC Council. So he actually arranged for official training from EC Council. So that was again a beneficial thing for me because it was getting very hectic for me to prepare for the certification and do my regular job. So again, EC Council came at the rescue for this, and when we got a certified instructor for this course, then we had multiple training sessions with the instructor, and he guided us on how we should actually prepare for the certification. That was a 7-day training, and after those 7 days, we prepared on our own. We had multiple internal discussions. We had, team group discussions where we put forward our queries, what we had learned, what we could share with each other. Apart from that, it was purely your practical skills and dedication, plus time management, of course. So that's how I actually prepared for it. Okay. So according to me, difficulty is inversely proportional to your preparation. So if you've prepared enough, it's not going to be that difficult. But when I actually proceeded with CPENT certification, I found out that there are so many topics that is being introduced in this course, and all of them will be included in the final exam. So that's where things got a little bit complicated because there were so many different topics that we had to cover, and it is not just the width, it is also the depth, because there are some advanced topics which I had never been exposed to. So that's why I had to prepare even more, and I had to learn a lot more because this certification was having so many topics, and I had to prepare for topics like IoT, OT, SCADA. These things I've never been exposed to, but yeah, because of this certification, I was exposed to so many topics, and it was a very fun journey and very knowledgeable journey for me because again, it was not just theoretical; it was all practical. So apart from gaining the theoretical knowledge from this course, I was able to practice all of those things in the practice range. So I would say the hardest part was IoT and OT because that is something which is very new for me. Other topics you can cover in a lot many certifications, but there were a lot of topics which were introduced in this course. Okay, so it's very difficult to sum up just three because again, this was a whole journey. It was not just just another certification that anybody could come up and do. We're actually top 1% of the 1% of 1% who actually completed the certification. So according to me, three things would be the vast number of domains that are covered in this certification, the practical approach, which is very close to the real world, and the scenarios and the challenges which were introduced in this course along with the study material, the course material which was offered, the iLabs, again, very helpful. So, again, summing up, three things that I like: vast domain coverage, practical and close to real world scenario challenges, and learning resources. So, labs in this CPENT examination, they were exactly what I hoped they were, because you have so many topics, and anyone would go like, I don't know where should I go and practice these topics? How do I actually implement what I've learned in theoretical topics? So that's where these labs came in, and these labs were wonderful because they covered almost everything and almost every important topic that you'll be needing to, get the initial exposure to all of these domains. So according to me, if you're going for the certification, do not miss the labs, because these are actually covering all the important topics that you will be needing for your future. And see, it's not always about the good things. I actually faced some issues with the labs as well. There were some lab IP addresses which were not up, they were having some issues. So that's when I contacted the EC Council tech support, and to my surprise, they gave me an extension. They fixed the issue and they gave me extension for the number of days that I lost due to this issue. So that was another experience to have, that okay, EC Council is not just ignoring their customers; they are actually paying attention to the preparation, and how they can come up with new things to compensate. So yeah, the labs were very hands-on, and if you face any technical issues, just reach out to tech support. They will definitely help you out. So CPENT is purely technical and purely hands-on. So if you are expecting that it is just theoretical topics that you can say in the interview that okay, I am aware about the theoretical, well, this certification is definitely going to help you out in the practical and real world scenarios. Personally, for me, this has helped me a lot. Since I've done the certification, and I've posted it on LinkedIn, I've received multiple connection requests, and not just connection requests. I have received multiple requests from companies offering me positions in their organization. Just not These are just external factors. You have to understand what you are gaining from the certification. Apart from the career growth, which is obviously there, you are learning and you are getting exposed to so many domains, and you are learning so many hands-on skills which you will be needing in your future. So it's a personal growth experience, as well as career-wise, it is definitely going to help you out. You can showcase this credential to organizations, and they are definitely going to be awestruck, because this is again going to make you the top 1% of the 1%. Cybersecurity is anyway very important skill that people are skipping and people are just ignoring. But since you are aware of it and you are here learning about the certification, you should definitely think that okay, I am in the top 1%. And once you have done the certification, you will be the top of the top, and you will be the creme de la creme of this domain. So yeah, this will definitely help you out in your career. In terms of external opportunities, yes. In terms of your academic growth, yes. In terms of your skills, absolutely. Okay. So there are many certification programs out there, and they are offering a great content, I would say, but they are limited to one topic or the other. They are not exploring the number of topics which CPENT is. CPENT is going to give you a whole buffet of topics. You cannot simply just choose one and master it. If you need to clear the certification, you're definitely going to need the whole skill set. You cannot skip any topic. You'll have to study, and you'll get exposed to so many topics which no other certification organization is doing as of now. See, I've seen many certification bodies which are just focusing on let's say just web, or let's say just network, but CPENT is exploring so many vast topics. Plus, it is, again, as I mentioned, it is not just the width, it is also the depth to which CPENT is covering. CPENT is having so many advanced techniques involved in its lab that you're going to learn. And similarly for the exam as well, it is not a straightforward examination. It is going to require hard work, it is going to require a peace of mind, because again, a troubled mind is not going to be able to clear this examination. That's for sure. You need to stay calm, and let's say in another certification, you go for another certification. They are not going to cover real world scenarios the way CPENT is going to cover. CPENT was introduced very recently. That means the course is anyway updated, but rely on EC Council and they are updating the course at a very fast pace. You're not going to get repetitive questions. You're not going to see any scenarios which are repetitive. It is all going to be fresh and it is all going to be based on real world scenarios. So I did my CH when I was pursuing my bachelor's degree, and that was my first step into this industry. CH, as of now, I can vouch for it personally that it has an industry-wide recognition. It's not some other certification which is not known by or recognized by any organization. If you have a CH, you can you can break into cybersecurity. That's there. That's a industry-wide fact. But CH has its limitations, and it is limited to theoretical topics. It is, yes, of course, it is covering a lot of topics, but the advanced techniques involved in actual penetration testing, that sort of exposure, if you're looking for, CPENT is exactly what you need, because once you have laid the foundation of your cybersecurity knowledge, which is done by CH, you can move to CPENT, and CPENT is going to provide you the actual real world scenarios, and it is going to introduce a variety of skills that you're going to need, and it is going to expose you to so many different techniques which are actually used in real world scenarios in penetration tests, which are actually recognized by industry now. So if you're looking for a practical approach, well, CPENT is the one that you should be looking at. But yeah, again, you're going to need the foundation. That's where CH is going to help you out. So if you're preparing for a CPENT examination, you might think that, okay, it's just an examination. Well, I hate to break it to you, but it is a bit more challenging than that. You might have practiced, you might have learned a lot of things, but you need to keep your head in the game. You cannot just sit straight for 24 hours and go for it. It's a 24 hours examination, and the best part is you can break it into two. You can take two 12-hour sessions, and that way you can assess what you've done. You can prepare for the next 12 hours. So personally, I would suggest you go for a 12 hours session, and just keep your head cool. If you think that you're stuck, go take a walk. That's also fine. Because if you're stuck and you keep on banging your head on it, you might be able to crack it, but again, it might result in adverse effects. You might lose your cool and you might just give up, and that is exactly what you shouldn't do. You don't give up. The certification, again, requires a lot of effort. You need to cover the theoretical topics that are given by EC Council. You need to go through the learning materials. That's what I did. I went through the iLabs. I practiced on Hack the Box, and I practiced on Try Hack Me. Those are external resources that you can use. And if you're thinking that you might not be that much confident with the topics like IoT and OT and SCADA, or even reverse engineering, if you're just a beginner, then definitely look for other resources. There are many articles out there, but personally, I can assure you the content that is given by EC Council is absolutely brilliant, and it will be enough. And one last thing, that just before the exam, go for the practice range. It's rigorous, and it is going to definitely expose you to the kind of challenges that you might face. Okay, so definitely go for the practice range, and if you want the step by step, then go for iLabs, because these are the things that are provided by EC Council, and as I said, it is going to be enough. So it's good to explore, but keep your head in the game. Don't lose your calm.